Broadcasting live to the world at www.realurbanradio.com. Your home for today's R&B and old school.
Hey! I didn't see y'all there. Getting it started. Where would I be without you? Melissa, what's happening? Kathy, Friday. Hugo. Another artist my way out of Florida. Tariq, coming at you. Here comes Bolo Collins checking in. Yes, turn it up. You go.
To the Attention to Detail Old School Radio Show. It's your show. He's the host, bringing the best in old school R&B and getting in your ass.
I will get in your ass.
Here's Rory Darvell.
Attention, class is in session. Class is in session. Cowbelling. Cowbelling. Class is in session. God darn it. What's happening, y'all? First of all, let's tell you where would I be without you? That was, and that's a true statement. That's a real question. Where would I be without you, without y'all? But that was Miss Kim Tibbs getting it started for us, playing you the best and widest variety of new R&B anywhere. Challenging. This is where we do it right here. This is where Black love music resides, right here on the Real Urban Radio Network, a Black-owned streaming station. Right on. I am he is I. The savior of R&B, Rory Darvell, in the building. Man, so where do I start? Anybody know of any happenings that was going on? Anything that was going on over the weekend? Anything exciting? Anybody do anything exciting over the weekend last night? In particular, anybody? Was anybody doing? Was something going on of fun and excitement? Whoo! Yeah, there was. Yeah. Can I do this first? Let me just do this first. We don't get into it, but let me do this first, ladies and gentlemen. Turn this around. Okay. Lakers, Warriors is going down Tuesday night. Okay, round two. Two low seeds, really, 6 and 7 seeds, battling it out in the semifinals of the playoffs. My Lakers will be there. Bam. Okay. Notice the yellow. Okay, I'm representing. So it's going down. Okay, now we got that out the way. Let's get into it. First of all, let's say hello to the collective. Nichelle Bell, y'all artists, remember that name. Tim Bolo Collins, Hugo Ledesma, Kedjo, Melissa Peterson out of San Diego, Greg B, superstar artist, is checked in. Maddie Webb, superstar fashionista, has checked in. Mads Johnson, ladies and gentlemen, all the superstars is checking in. Mads is checking in. Her song will be playing today. That's Mads Johnson, y'all. So she's going to be here today. You know, I like the artists. I tell the artists, look, join in on the live and say hello to the people who are supporting you and buying your music. The Stuffed Potato is checked. More the superstars is checking in. Who else is checking in? I done missed some folk. I know. Let me see. Let me use this computer thing. Let me go back up here. I got Hugo. I got Kathy Parati out of Rhode Island is checked in. Let me see. Did I miss anybody else? There's some other people that's being shy. Let me see. There's a lot more people on here. They're being shy. Everybody. Maddie, I got Maddie. Archie Howard has checked in. Man, let me tell y'all something. If you don't know who Archie Howard is, you probably say, no, I don't know Archie Howard. Well, because you don't maybe you don't know him individually, but you should, and you get to know him. He was one of the lead singers of the group, The Foundation, that was jamming last night at the concert. Y'all know the name of the concert. Don't act like you don't know the name of the concert. I forgot. God darn it. Cherish the Love, a Kool in the Game tribute concert was going on. He has checked in. Y'all showed him some love last night on the stage. Archie was on the other side of Dewey. Everybody said, who the heck is Dewey? You know what I'm saying? I ain't got a picture of him. He was the light-skinned brother, the big light-skinned brother on the, let me see, if he was facing the stage, he was to your right. If you're facing the stage, he was to your right. That was Archie. He was doing the Eddie Levert parts. There you go. He was doing the Eddie Levert parts. So that's Archie Howard. He's part of the foundation who got the show started last night, was kicking tail. Nichelle Bell, she heard the show was great. Says she heard the show was great. She wasn't in the building. It was. I got some of the people. Tim Bolo Collins is checked in. He was a guest. He was in the building. He said he enjoyed the show. Thank you so much, Tim. And Tim, tell everybody else, let somebody promote the show. Let your friends know, Tim. Let them people on the side. I know their names, but they know mine, but I don't think they really believe in me. So I thank you for coming, and you can be a part of the sounding piece. Hey, it's a great show. Come on out and see it. Come out and see it. Tyreek Hillard Sr. has checked in. Is this the gentleman out of Florida? Because you seem to spell his name the same way, Nichelle Bell. Kathy Parati, Mads Johnson has checked in. Somebody else, Hugo Ledesma was in the building last night. I like to shout out my co-worker, Hugo Ledesma. He was in the building last night. He enjoyed the show. He enjoyed the show as well. These are people I want to let them know. Let them know who you are, that they were in the building. I thank you guys that came out. Greg B, superstar entertainer in his own right. He was in the building last night, shot a lot of footage and stuff and posted it on his Facebook page. I just seen, I see some stuff from the foundation that he had recorded. Thank you. And it was a game time decision for Mr. Greg B. A game time decision. But I hope he made a good decision. God darn, I gotta play some music already. We're gonna be talking about the show. And Mo, Maddie Webb, she wants her credit. You're going to get it after the next song, Maddie, god darn it. Let me give you some John John from Troop. But this is John John, I'll Fly Away on the Real Urban Radio Network.
Show you that love is true. Take a trip around the world, yeah. 'Cause you're my one and only girl. Make love on Jack Black sand. Watch the sunrise all over again.
Y'all say hello to each other. I love that. Love it. Say hello. Marilyn Young is checked in. She'll go get the cowbell when we come back. Tyreek Hilliard is an artist, ladies and gentlemen. I'll be playing his stuff eventually. He's just joining us, checking in. Probably want to check the show out, see what I'm all about. You know what I mean? Want to see what I'm all about. Yeah, I understand. He doesn't want to submit his music to any old body. I don't blame him. Marilyn was in the building last night along with Melissa Peterson. Marilyn out of Manhattan Beach was in the building. Maddie Webb. Lord, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna wait till we come back live on the air for the world to hear about Miss Maddie Webb from Center Stage Boutique. Mads Johnson out of Virginia. You'll be hearing from her later on in the show. Matter of fact, Mads Johnson will be playing in the first hour.
This is Latrice Lawrence, actress, singer, songwriter, and I'm jamming with Rory Darvell, Real Urban Radio Network.
The Attention to Detail R&B radio show. That was John from Troop as a solo artist doing his thing. That was I Will Fly Away, or I'll Fly Away. He probably will be joining us a little later on to say hello to you guys as I have the artists come on and say hello to the people who listen to this music. Ladies and gentlemen, Tyreek as well, Tim Bolo Collins, who else joined in, is joining us that's new. What we do here, so you guys know, Tim Bolo, so you let people know, man, we play the new R&B that you don't hear on terrestrial radio. We play more than just the 5 or 6 songs that you hear every hour on the local radio station here in Los Angeles. We play a variety. We play the widest variety of new R&B from artists you never heard of. You know why? Because there's something going on. But I don't get into that today. The point is, if you want to hear some good R&B, if you're saying, where is all the R&B that we used to listen to? Like the music we listened to last night at the Cherish the Love concert. Where is that music at? It's right here on the Real Urban Radio Network and on the Attention to Detail R&B radio show. I'm going to be adding Mr. Tyreek to that list as soon as I get his music. So if you want to know where the music is, and also, by the way, Nichelle Bell, listen up, class. So, artist Tyreek, let me tell you what happens. Now, what my boss man Cuddy has done, download the app, Live 365. I found this out from Baby Kango. I didn't know because I've been having the station downloaded on my phone for years. Download Live 365, then put Real Urban Radio Network in the search on your phone, on your computer. Here's what happens now. When your song is properly registered, like Kedjo's and Mads Johnson's song and other artists' song who was on here, when it's properly registered, what that means where people buy it and get paid. Well, when you hear the song on the app, the Live 365 app, you can buy the song right there from the app. They will direct you. You can hit whatever it is. I don't know how it works, but you can buy the song. And what my graphic artist does, she finds your official song. So that flyer that y'all see, when I put the flyer out, artists pay attention. That's why you need to be sharing this flyer. I'm going to do this and move on. I'm just doing this to help y'all and help these people find and buy your music, like Kathy Parati. Y'all better know that name, Kathy Parati, artist, because she buys some music. And then Tim Bolo will buy some music. People that love the music, that like some real music, they can listen to that app, they can listen to this show, and when they go to your website to see the flyer and they go to that song, they can buy it, bam, and you getting paid if you got your stuff together. And then they can spread the word, share your song, etc., etc., and then it's around the world. Hello. We got to do it ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, and we're going to do it. It's going to happen, so stay in the fight. I got a purpose, I got a reason for being here. But anyway, God darn it, Kedjo, I don't want to start preaching. Last night, it went down. Kedjo was a part of it on the stage, man. Melissa Peterson was in the building from San Diego. She drove from San Diego. Her and her friend drove from San Diego. Marilyn Young out of Manhattan Beach. 2 of her friends drove in down to LA, Hollywood, California. Tim Bolo from Los Angeles to Los Angeles, so to speak, but it was Hollywood. And traffic is tough down there, so it's a tough drive for Tim Bolo Collins as well. He was in the building. So we had a wonderful crowd up in there. I don't know if anybody else has joined. I was in the building last night. Okay, I don't see anybody else yet that was in the building last night. But anyway, man, we had a great time. The collective, the foundation opened up doing a tribute to the OJs Off the Chain. It was fabulous. I got to shout out. I hope she comes on. In case y'all don't know, if I didn't make it clear to y'all, young lady by the name of Robin Bramlett. Hopefully she'll come on. Her song is going to play in the next hour. So listen to that, Tim Bolo and the rest of you guys, Tyreek, the rest of y'all that's joining on, that's new, coming on. Listen to that song, and you'll get an idea. She was my bass player. She was my musical director. It was a 12-piece band up there, ladies and gentlemen. 12-piece band. She handled it like G. Oh, I got to get Marilyn the cowbell. I forgot. Cowbell's for Marilyn Young. But my musical director, and I'm going to say it publicly to the world, and if she comes on, I'm going to say it to her again so she can hear me say it. In the 12 years that I've been doing concerts at the Celebrity Center, I've had several musical directors. Robin was my first not my first female musical director, but she was the first time directing my show. She's been my bass player for a number of years, but she's the first time she was the musical director by without even, I don't have to think. If you say, hey, Rory, who's been your best musical director for the shows in the 12 years? I don't have to do this. I go, Robin Bramlett, hands down. Hands down, let it be known. Artists, if you want a musical director, and she lives in Bakersfield, California. But if you want your show to pop, and let me tell you something, we had the rehearsal, and if more band members come on, Kedjo, you was there, Kedjo. How smooth was the rehearsal? We had a good time. The chemistry was great. Everything, we had a good time. We got all the songs done. It was a 19-song show. We had all the songs. Archie Howard, how good was the rehearsal? And then the show flowed even better. Man, we was doing stuff off the cuff, ad-libbing. We did all kind of things that wasn't on the script, because that's the way I like to do it. That was a one rehearsal, ladies and gentlemen, for y'all that was in the building that did not know. That was one rehearsal, 2 days before the show. Some of the band members I had never met until the show. That's Robin Bramlett having her stuff together, and she will be back. Trust me. Hopefully she'll be able to come on sometime today. She might be resting, and she should be resting. Let me give you some more music. This is my colleague right here at the Real Urban Network, but he's a musician as well. This is Paris Escobedo, Riding High on the Real Urban Radio. Paris Escobedo has just checked in, ladies and gentlemen. God darn it. 2, 3. Come on, Paris.
Hi, this is recording artist and two-time Olympian Siobhan Nieto. Keep listening to the Attention to Detail Old School Radio Show with host Roy Darvell and the Real Urban Radio Network.
Hello. Riding high with Paris Escobedo on the Real Urban Radio Network, a black-owned streaming station. Paris Escobedo, he is not only a fantastic artist and percussionist in his own right with his own band, he's also my colleague here on the Real Urban Radio Network every Saturday afternoon with the Despacito Show at 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. He's bringing you the best in Latin soul. So y'all check him out, get your Latin soul on. He also brings some of that old school R&B. He brings you that dramatics and enchantment, and he brings you that kind of stuff. He brings you that kind of R&B as well as that cool Latin flavor. So check him out every Saturday with the Despacito Show. And he knows my favorite personality on that show is Mamacita Mel, his lovely daughter. She's on there with him and helping him do his thing and playing some of the best Latin soul for you every Saturday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Join him, won't you? God darn it. Let me see. He says the bassist is Scott Bugs Allen on that song. Scott Bugs Allen played for me for my Prince tribute last year. But that wasn't his first time. He's played for me before on one of my shows that I did for a radio station a couple years back. So I know Bugs Allen very well. The drummer is Pete Merriweather. Now, who is the vocalist, man? I don't see the vocalist. Get the heck out of here. That's Francesca. I did a play with Francesca. Man, it's a small world. Francesca Capasso. Okay, I did a play with Francesca. Okay. I just heard she was off the chain, by the way, at a show. Somebody went to her show recently. Wendy Barnes, who was at my show last night. Wendy Barnes and her daughter, Sunny Day. They was at my show last night, and they said they came to a show to see her. Let me see here. Tim Bolo Collins says, he says, you sound good, man. Tim Bolo Collins, man, you artists, y'all better be reading these comments because these are the people, man, that's buying y'all's music. You listen to them. That's why I bring them on here. Melissa says, hello, Paris. Francesca, let me see. The Stuffed Potato says she's been jamming in her car. That's Tina. Tina is the owner of the Stuffed Potato in Anaheim. If you guys were at the show last night, I mentioned the Stuffed Potato. That's where the family plays. That's where Kedjo, the man that was singing background for me, along with Niecy Knight. Hopefully Niecy Knight will pop on here as well. They play there every month. They have a sold-out residency show, Tim Bolo Collins. I'm just saying, if you like the live entertainment, that's what it's about. Mads Johnson, let me see. Her album is out now. And she said it's available on all musical platforms. I mean, I got to read these comments as well. And she shouts out Paris. Tim says, give props to the saxophonists. Which one? I had a couple of them, Tim. I had a couple of them. I'll give a shout out to both of them. How about that? I had two saxophonists last night playing for me at the Cherish the Love show. And one was named Karen Zalazzo. She was a Caucasian saxophonist. I have a rainbow coalition band members. So you understand what I'm saying? I'm like Paris Escobedo, man. We mix it all up, man. I got females, Caucasian, Hispanic. I just mix it all up, man. It was girl power in the building last night, though, Paris. Girl power. Because Robin Bramlett, of course, was the musical director. And people was raving about two people in the band. No, I'm sorry. I got to give props to my other saxophonists. Keisha Potter was the other saxophonist. And just honorable mention to the young man, San Ra, 22 years old, was my trumpet player. Archie Howard was saying that rehearsal was on point. Robin is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Look forward to working with all these awesome musicians again and again. Hey, I feel the same way. Somebody else said something complimentary. Tim Bolo, I gave props to them. Maddie said, thank you, Melissa. Maddie, ladies and gentlemen, was partially, because she ain't gonna get 100% credit now. But she is a stylist. And she did help me. But I picked out the clothes. And then Maddie approved them. And then there's also, now the fedora, that was Maddie's idea. That was Maddie's idea with the fedora. So Maddie, she has her own business. She's a stylist. She has a clothing. She makes clothing and things of that nature. And she has the boutique. God darn it. I knew the name. I said it earlier, didn't I, Maddie? But anyway, she's a stylist, clothing stylist. God darn it. And she has a boutique in England. She did a pop-up a little while ago. Y'all missed it. Y'all should have been there. But I got to give her credit. And also, Maddie and her friend. Maddie, you gotta say your friend's name. I can't remember all these names. I don't remember all the words of songs. So then again, so I remember all these names. But the VIPs that sat at the tables, if you like the table decorations, that was also Maddie and her friend. Center Stage Boutique, God darn it, Center Stage Boutique, and was partially responsible for the wardrobe I wore last night. So if you like what I wore, Maddie approved it. He didn't drive down there to get it with me. I looked at it and said, Maddie, what you think it is? And then she said, yes, yeah, your name. So there we go. That's how she helped me out in that. Kia. But Maddie and Kia, they did the table decorations for the VIP. Speaking of which, let me shout out my chef, Michelle from K Michelle Kitchen Catering. People loved your food, girl. You need to come on this live so you can get your props. If anybody else has chimed in, let me know. But in the meantime, I got to play some more music. This is Holly Joy, Feel This Way, on the Real Urban Radio Network, Black-owned streaming station.
That's why I know it's with you I got a great love. So nice to have focused confidence and free to flow. What it made to me, help the self-esteem, free to grow. That's why I'm never gonna feel this way. So overcome you, open to your heart.
Why, thank you, thank you.
I got your soul, never lose no control. I give my heart to anyone in this label. Don't have gates to play. You touch my life, now what you better home. One thing you do, let it do it right. Here's where you go. It's what you love that I ever felt in my life before. So let's jump in, you and I can hope the love lasts. Vision why I just want, here's my heart just on, prayer is about. That's why. Never gonna feel this way. So overcome you, open to your heart. Don't have gates to play. I got your soul, no one loses no control. Never gonna come and day. I give my heart to anyone in this label. Don't have gates to play. You touch my life, now what you better home. Never gonna feel this way. So overcome you, open to your heart.
You got a call. Michelle Bell got a call. Who that call come from, Michelle Bell? A petition to get Kento's job back. Okay. Oh, let me shout out that drummer Tim when I come back. Let me go ahead and shout her out. DC Knight is checked in, y'all. D Smooth checking in. D Smooth song will be playing in the next hour. Cardell, I wish you would have stayed around to get a photo.
Hello, everybody. This is Tiffany Binion Mangum, gospel recording artist and co-star to your own Rory Darvell. And you're listening to the Attention to Detail radio show on the Real Urban Radio Network. Stay live.
Holly Joy and Feel This Way on the Real Urban Radio Network. I am he is I, the savior of R&B, Rory Darvell, up in the building, bringing you the best and widest variety of new R&B anywhere. God darn it. Superstars are checking in. Paris Escovedo is up in the building. Also has checked in Miss Niecy Knight. Niecy Knight was singing background for me along with Kejo. And hopefully Miss Siobhan Champagne will be able to chime in and check on with us. But they were killing it. They were making up stuff on the spot, on the stage. It was all love, all gravy. It was wonderful. They just added to the flavor, had the choreography going on, man, off the chain, along with Kejo. I understand there's a petition going around to save Kejo's job because he got fired on the stage last night. I don't play, goddamn. He started a mutiny early in the show. And he started a mutiny, got the band to go against me. You can't have the uprisings like that. It was like January 6th up on the stage last night. I couldn't have it. So there's a petition going around to save Kejo's job. He's going to be around. See if he's going to be around then. But it's all right. I got to say something real quick. D Smooth has checked in. Another superstar has checked in. I got to shout out to people who supported the show by buying tickets and did not make the show. And they're here. So I got to thank them publicly. I want to thank Kathy Parati. She's in Rhode Island. No, she wasn't going to be able to drive that far and get to the show and then get back to Rhode Island for work. So I want to thank her big time for supporting the show by buying some tickets to the show, helping. I want to thank my man D Smooth. He couldn't make it to the show. I told him, I said, D Smooth, fake sick to come. It'll be worth it. Well, it'll be worth it if you have sick time. Now, if you get paid, the sick time, you know. But if they don't pay you for the days you don't work again, I guess no, it wasn't worth doing that. Missing out days pay. It was good, but it wasn't worth days pay good. I'll be honest with you on that one, D Smooth. But I appreciate you, sir, buying some tickets and supporting the show, and anybody who brought tickets to the show. And Cardell Harrington was in the building last night. He didn't say hi to me. He just bounced. Watched the show and then bounced. Didn't say hi to me. Appreciate him coming out. Superstar artist as well coming in. Let me see who else is coming up here. Anybody else come in that I didn't see? Anybody coming else? I see. I got more music for you. Mads Johnson, who's in Virginia. She didn't buy a ticket to the show, but I'm just letting y'all know where she is. She is a song that I'll be playing next. Shoot, Mads Johnson is coming up next. So y'all stick around and hear some Mads Johnson. Let her know how you feel about it. By the way, D Smooth has his own show, by the way. He has his own show. He has his own band as well. I should tell you as well. He has a D Smooth show. D Smooth, why don't you let the people know when it airs? I mean, put it up there. And then I can shout it out to the world. Because, I'm not just on YouTube. I'm on the radio here. There's people out there listening as well that's not watching. They're listening. So shout out and put up your information, D Smooth, so I can let people know when they can check in and check you out. Nichelle Bell, I got to tell y'all, artists, if you're shucking and jiving, as my late Uncle Thad used to say, stop shucking and jiving if you're serious about your musical career. And you need to get with this young lady by the name of Nichelle Bell. She's my graphic artist. She does the flyers for me every month. Those flyers that you see, artists, that's going out every month, that's advertising your music, by the way. Paris Escobedo. I'm just saying, I'm just throwing your name out there, brother, because you are on the flyer. That's done by Nichelle Bell. And she does so many things that learning about this industry that you artists is too lazy to want to learn. I ain't lying, Kejo. I ain't lying, god dang it. I ain't telling the truth. Niecy Knight, you don't want to do it either, but you have to do it. But she can relieve so much off of your shoulders so you can be more creative and just create instead of have to worry about all that technical stuff. And she's honest and she has high integrity. Okay, until the money starts rolling in. And she might change. I'm just keeping it real. You ain't started right now. When you're broke, you might as well have some integrity because you ain't got no money. But when you start getting the money, guys, integrity seems to fly out the window. I'm just trying. Nichelle Bell would not do that to us. So anyway, here's what you do, though. When you want to get yourself together and get it right, then you need to hit on Nichelle Bell, just like this. You can reach her at NICH. What is it? ANN_1999 at yahoo.com. Woo! I kept this move on down. Give me the cowbell and some goddamn bell band. Okay, I said Reach her at NICHANN_1999 at yahoo.com. Did y'all hear the resonance in that? If Tim Bolo Collins is still out there, Paris Escobedo is still out there, did y'all hear the resonance in that Yahoo? Wait, then I did the Yahoo without preparation. Just do it. Tariq, did you hear that? I just threw the Yahoo out there without even preparation. Just did it. Shout out to my musical vocal coach. She is the daughter of the legendary Seth Riggs. So Rachel Riggs, my vocal teacher. Shout out to her, God darn it. Robin Bramlett comes in. Robin, you don't you go nowhere. You stay there. Mads Johnson out of Virginia, jealous on the real. People are jealous of you today. Robin Bramlett on the Real Urban Radio Network. Turn this up, God darn it. Turn it up. It's God darn Mads Johnson. She's what?
I'm jealous of the rain that falls upon your skin. It's closer than my hands have been. I'm jealous of the rain. I'm jealous of the wind that ripples through your clothes. It's closer than your shadow. Oh, I'm jealous of the wind. I wished you the best of all this world could give. And I told you when you left me, there's nothing to forgive. But I always thought you'd come back, tell me all you found was heartbreak and misery. It's hard for me to say I'm jealous of the way you're happy without me. I'm jealous of the nights that I don't spend with you. I'm wondering who you lay next to. Oh, I'm jealous of the nights. I'm jealous of the love that wasn't here. Gone for someone else to share. Oh, I'm jealous of the love. I wished you the best of all this world could give. And I told you when you left me, there's nothing to forget. But always thought you'd come back, tell me all you found was heartbreak and misery. It's hard for me to say I'm jealous of the way you're happy without me. As I sit in the sand, watch you slip through my hands. Oh, as I die here another day. Hey, 'cause all I do is cry behind a smile.
Mickey Robinson is checked in.
The best of all this world could give. And I told you
Christopher Canton.
there's nothing to forgive. But always thought you'd come back, tell me all you found was
Greetings and salutations. I'm R&B historian Tyrone Dubois from TV1's Unsung and Cheryl Underwood Radio. You're listening to Rory Darvell on the Real Urban Radio Network.
Listen, ladies and gentlemen, that is Mads Johnson out of Virginia. Now I'm going to suggest something to you guys, because I know those of you who have never heard that song, you're hearing it for the first time and loving it. It's curious. The sound of Mads Johnson. So those of you who have never seen Mads Johnson, I want you to go on to Facebook and put her name in, or Google her. Mads is spelled M-A-D-Z Johnson. And you're going to go, huh? What? Yeah, that's what I did. I'm just keeping it real. While you're listening to the Real Urban Radio Network and the Attention to Detail R&B radio show. And that's Mads Johnson out of Virginia. Now, ladies and gentlemen, several people have checked in because they're just buzzing about last night's show. Number one is Robin Bramlett, the musical director from last night. Now, Tim Bolo Collins, he wanted me to give love to Robin Bramlett. And also the drummer, Andrea Bird. Now, let me say something. Andrea Bird has been getting love for almost a year now. People are still talking about her from the Prince show she did for me last year, June 19th. They was buzzing about her on the drums. So last night, she killed it once again, along with the musical director, ladies and gentlemen, Robin Bramlett. Give it up for her, y'all. Give it up for her. Cowbell. She gets all of that stuff. She gets the cowbell. She gets the bell bells. She gets all the bells. And I want to say it to her now, publicly, in front of the world, because it's not just you on YouTube. There's also the radio audience that's listening. Robin Bramlett, Robin Bramlett, Robin Bramlett. In 12 years of me doing shows, Robin Bramlett, you are the best, by far, musical director I've ever had in the 12 years I've been doing shows. That was the smoothest rehearsal. That was drama-free. I've never had a drama-free rehearsal. Even though great shows now, don't get me wrong, because I've had great bands. But, you know, musical directors can sometimes not have it all together as they should. And don't always prepare the band as they should. You had this band prepared. We had people that had never worked with us, never seen until the day of the rehearsal, including myself. And everybody was prepared because you had the musical charts, the way you're supposed to have it. People, of course, people did their own due diligence, as they do, because they're other professionals as they are. So the combination of that with the musicians doing their job and doing their due diligence to learn the material, and you having the charts together and all of that kind of stuff, and the camaraderie, and just how the era of good feeling is what I like in my production, so that people feel good and they can just go ahead and do their job, so we can go out there and get the audience, who is the most important part of this, give them their props, give them the show that they paid for, and give them above and beyond what they expect. Because I'm going to tell you, a lot of times when people go to these shows of local artists, they really don't have a very high expectation of us. For whatever reason, if they've been trained that way, or they just think, hey, unless you're on the stage at the Forum or some huge venue or something like that, or some known venue like Spagattini or a Microsoft or something like that, you're just an amateur. And what we have to let these people know is these people that are behind us when we're local artists, they are playing for these superstar artists. Where do you think they get these musicians from? And then when they're not gigging with these artists, well, they got to gig somewhere. So they come back home and they go to the clubs, or they go to certain venues and things of that nature. But they're quality musicians, world-class musicians that have done world-class work with big-time artists. So they figure if you're not there, and so the people are reluctant to come and see the local artist. And so I wanted to change that. So I say, let's give them a concert feel. Let's put it in a venue. People say, why do you always go to the Scientology Center? Why do you go to the Scientology show? You're a Scientologist. I'm not a Scientologist. I'm not putting down Scientology. Obviously, if I felt negative about some kind of entity or whatever, I wouldn't do the shows there. But for you guys that have been there or have never been to there, or you've been there for the first time, what did you think of that facility? What did you think of that facility? What did you think of that stage, the surroundings and the lighting and all that kind of stuff? That stuff would cost us thousands of dollars. thousands of dollars. So I say thank you to the Celebrity Center. Not necessarily happy with that huge presentation that they do and all that. However, from this side, from a person who is putting on a show that costs money. I think y'all sometimes think shows are free, like everybody's just working and volunteering up there, and the band and all that. I don't know what it is, but it's not. We couldn't get a building like that if we were charged what it would cost. I probably would have never been there to this day. Never would have did one show there, yet alone being there for 12 years. That's why I do my shows there. I do my shows there, and that small inconvenience at the beginning is worth it for you guys who pay the money, who pay a minimum amount of money. Because trust and believe, if I had to pay what that building would cost, I probably wouldn't have an office a show anyway, because y'all wouldn't pay the price that it would cost to be up in there. Let me give you some DeFrance Forrest. Lord, I love you. Real Urban Radio Network. He's online too, y'all. Say hello to him. DeFrance! Christopher, what's happening?
Standing here with my arms stretched out wide, thanking you for all you've done for me. You delivered me, you set me free. I love you, yes I do, yeah. My life ain't been the same. You call me by my name, way by shame, yeah. I really love you. I need you. I want you in my life. I really need you. I love you because you sacrificed. I really love you. I need you. I want you in my life. Never been me. You are the apple of my eye. You gave me life again. You touched my soul. You made me whole. Yeah. I really love you. I need you. I want you in my life. I really need you. I love you because you sacrificed. I really love you. I need you. I want you in my life. Lord, I really love you. Lord, I really love you. I need you. I want you in my life. Lord, I really need you. I love you because you sacrificed. Lord, I really love you. I need you. I want you in my life. Completely, completely, yeah. I don't want the same way that I used to. You see me coming in now. I'm changed, man. You don't know the things you brought me from. So that's why I love you guys. I really love you. I need you. I want you in my life. I really love you. I love you because you sacrificed. I need you. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. I love you, Lord. love you. Cause you sacrifice. And I really love you. I need you. I want you in my life. I need you. Now I really love you. I need you. I want you in my
Broadcasting live to the world at www.realurbanradio.com. Your home for today's R&B and old school.
DeFrance Forrest. Lord, I love you. Sounds like an R&B song, don't it? Don't it sound like an R&B song? But he's talking to Jesus, letting the Lord know that he loves him. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. The Attention to Detail R&B radio show on the Real Urban Radio Network, a black-owned streaming station. Dewey Canton is checked in. Who is Dewey Canton? He is part of that group that was opening up, that was killing it for you ladies. He was part of the foundation that opened up doing the OJ song. I see my BFF is checked on. Brenda Gaucher is checked up in here. Man, now if y'all want, I'm going to tell on her. If y'all saw a woman standing near the stage, but she was over there by the speaker column, I guess she wanted to get all the music in. She wanted it all in her ear, all in her spirit. That was my BFF. That was Brenda Gaucher standing over there, man, supporting and yelling at the band members and yelling at the horn players and yelling at everybody, giving them love over there in the corner. Big supporter of mine. I actually hosted her Michael Jackson. She does a Michael Jackson tribute show that attracts people all. Not a Michael Jackson tribute show. Well, it's kind of a tribute to Michael Jackson, but it's an international Michael Jackson impersonator contest that she does, but she does it to raise money for Michael's charities, which is Feed the World, Feed the Children, and what's the hospital? God darn it, it's a hospital. Michael Jackson's one of his it's Feed the Children and the hospital. What's the hospital? Well, she'll tell us what the hospital is. But anyway, she's done that every year for 10 years. She's going to be bringing it back. I was blessed enough to be her host for those entire 10 years. And it's an international show. And I say international, I don't mean I'm shucking and jiving. People literally come from around the world, from Austria, from Japan, from Greece, from Canada. They come from around the world to participate in this Michael Jackson week here every year. So she's taking a couple of years off to get rested up and everything, but she's geared up to come back in 2024. So that's who she is, and a big supporter of Michael Jackson's. And so I love supporting her. That's how I found out about the Celebrity Center. I auditioned at the Celebrity Center for her show. And that's how I found out the whole thing about the Celebrity Center and doing shows and some other things that I found out about that place. D Smooth is here, getting props. DeFrance, he's telling you thank you. It's a nice track. Tony Rainey has checked in. Who is Tony Rainey? That's hello, welcome, whoever you are. Tony Rainey, welcome to the show. Appreciate you checking in. Listen, I said DeFrance Dewey has checked in. There was some other people. Robin Bramlett had to go. She's working on her house, y'all. I got to work. Thank y'all, but I got to go back to work. Appreciate her checking in. Her song is coming up in this hour. So listen for it. You'll know it because you'll hear the smooth bass line playing. That's what you know. How you know it's her. Somebody else has checked in. Niecy Knight says she's going to listen on the app. Right on, Niecy Knight. Thank you for checking in. And that's what y'all do. See there, you don't have to miss nothing because you're not on the live. You can download the app, Live 365, and then put Real Urban Radio Network in the search and listen to it in your car like I do. Paris, Paris, Mads Paris says he's going to be in your town at the end of the month of July or something like that. I saw something else I want to comment on. Let me see. Did I miss something? I probably missed something, but that's okay. That's all good. But yeah, Rainey, where are you checking in from? That's a new name, Tony Rainey. So let us know where you're checking in. Which song are we talking about? If you're talking about that last one, Archie Howard that just played, that is DeFrance Forrest. He is on right now checking, and it is called Lord, I Love You. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, stop the press. She came in just in time. So I need to let this woman know, y'all got to holler at her. If you enjoyed the food last night, And a lot of you said you did. Don't fake the funk now. Let her know, ladies and gentlemen, K. Michelle from K. Michelle's Kitchen Catering has just come on. She's just come on. Girl, your food was fire. I ate it myself. And so the other people, they said they had loved it too. They was loving it too. So she's on here, y'all. Y'all can tell her yourself. Tell her personally. I'm upset, though, because I didn't get a picture with her. I didn't get a picture with her. God darn it, I want to get a picture with the chef. Shucks. I didn't get a picture with her, but that's okay. She'll be back. She'll be back because y'all loved her. So I love bringing it back. You know, if y'all like them, I'll bring them back. So she'll be at the next one. And, you know, if the schedules coordinate, as they say, she will be back. Tony, I still want to know where Tony Rainey is. Rainey is checking in from. I don't know how you find out about the show. Want to hear about it. They love the food, girl. They love the food. You will be back. Trust and believe you will. Like I said, I love bringing the great music and the show and the good food. So when you get a good combination of good food, then, you know, folks is coming back. They got to come back. They say, well, the show's all right, but the food's off the chain. So I can't get some good out this goddamn. But fortunately for us, this time the show is off the chain as well. I'm going to shout out more of my band members, by the way, when we come back. I got to give you this song by this sister right here, Mirage, Christy Malone from Climax. But this is her single offering called Cherry Moon. This is sexy right here on the Real Urban Radio Network. Oh, what's up, Tony Chisholm?
Sugar-coated kisses on my everything, and you say my name. Sensual desire, passion sparks the flame. Take it slow, release all my emotions, let your feelings go.
Check it in from Los Angeles. All right.
Touch me there, ignite my inhibitions. Now we're almost there. No, don't make me late. I will take us there. There will be let's make it last. Give into temptations and turning back. Oh, we're we can go for hours, eternal devour. Be one with me and set me free. Come set me free, free me. I love the way you feel. I am so elated. I am elevated. I love you touch me. I am still home.
singer-songwriter Sarah Shine, and you're listening to Rory Darvell on the Attention to Detail Old School Radio Show on the Real Urban Radio Network.
Get back to the lab, Paris Escobedo. March it. From Climax, that's Mirage with her single offering called Cherry Moon. Getting sexy on a Sunday on Real Urban Radio Network, black-owned streaming station. I am he is I, the savior of R&B. Rory Darvell, bringing you the best and widest variety of new R&B anywhere. Don't challenge me, you'll just lose. But just join me, we can all grow this thing together, okay? But don't challenge me because you lose. This is what we do. This is what I do right here. I'm introduce to you the artists that you should be hearing on an everyday basis, but you can because, see, you can buy these songs. You can purchase these songs and have them put them right in there. The rest of your old school stuff, but you have some new school up in there too. Because you listen, the reason why y'all continue to hang on to the old school stuff is because you don't like the new stuff that's out there. You say, where do I go to get some good music? Where do I go? I got to keep listening to songs that I grew up on when I was 9. Because I can't get no good. Only thing they got out there now is talking about killing me or either saying, calling women out their names. I can't get no quiet. Have you heard a song on this show today calling anybody out their names or threatening to kill anybody? Exactly. So buy this music, download it, support these artists that's out here giving you this because it's what they love to do. They're giving you this stuff, so you need to support them. And by the way, can I dare mention, hello, attention class, can I say show love to the radio station as well as bringing you this music? By guess what? Now, don't get me wrong now. Let me explain something to you. The Real Urban Radio Network just don't play. They play the old school. They play the new school. They play you yesterday, today, and tomorrow and all that kind of stuff. But a variety. So you get these new artists. So listen to the station. Give it a shot. It's free. Download the Live 365 app. I'm dead serious about this. Download the Live 365 app. It's a black-owned radio station. We can have more than one. Hello. Can't we? Yeah, that's doing well. There's enough people. And you don't have to be black to listen to it because it's black-owned. Like, it's black people listening to this, white people listening to this, Hispanic people listening to this. Everybody listening because the music is what's bringing us together, ladies and gentlemen. It's the music that brings us together, D.E. Smooth. So you love the music. So download the app. It's free. Listen to the station. Give it a shot. Let it play in your car for a while. And you'll be like, dang, I like that song. I ain't never heard that song. But then you'll hear something that you know and that you like. You get familiar, but now you get familiar, Latrice Lawrence, with the unfamiliar. You can hear Latrice Lawrence's song right here on Real Urban Radio Network. And just listen to it in your car like you do any other station. Man. And then you can add it to your iPod or your personal listening music and all that stuff, D-Smooth. You can do that too. But I'm not, y'all missing out on this great music because you think there's no good music out there because you don't know where to look. And the station that you're listening to, wherever it's local, they only playing a limited number of songs. And you only like 2/3 or a third of them songs. And the rest of the time you're not listening. Well, right here, baby. We got you right here. Download that app. Like the people that's listening on the radio right now. Now, if you want to watch what I'm doing, you can go to my YouTube page at Darvell Rory or Rory Darvell. All these monikers. Rory Darvell on YouTube, RORYDARVEL. You can do that as well. Man, listen, I got a question for the people that's on here. And Latrice Lawrence, superstar artist. Vicki Robinson just did a show. Vicki Robinson did a show. Shout out to Vicki and a thank you to Vicki because she supported my show as well. She wasn't able to make it because she had her own show last night. So she did her thing with Hank Carbo, by the way. Hank Carbo is a legend in the neighborhood for sure. He's been doing some jazz stuff, and Vicki opened up for him last night at the local the golf course. We just simply call it the golf course. But what's it called? Full name of it? People don't know the full name of it. I don't know the full name of it. I know the golf course. I know where it's at, 120th and Western. I know where it's at. I know how to get there. I live here. But listen, I'm going to ask you guys a question. I'm dead serious. Before I bring up Robin Bramlett, the MD of the hour right now, the superstar she has become. And everybody wants her now. Everybody, GMD Master says, I want the Robin Bramlett. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Chester Washington Golf Course, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, that's where Vicky was performing last night doing her Aretha Franklin thing. I produced her show, Sold Out, Aretha Franklin show, tribute show that she did at the Stuffed Potato. Hold on, before I get to what I'm going to talk about. Did y'all hear how I tied in all this blackness? Let me okay. Black on radio station. Produced a black artist who did Aretha Franklin and did it where? At the Stuffed Potato in Anaheim, a black-owned restaurant. You see, and with a black-owned cook, okay, catering business with Kay Michelle. God darn it, am I tying in on the blackness that y'all are all enjoying, that we all, see, we all, are you getting the people? I'm talking to my people as well. Do you understand how this works? I'm going to play a song by Robert Bramlett. Okay, y'all can get Robert Bramlett to play this song. It's on the charts, by the way. You're going to love it. It's the remake of a classic by Minnie Riperton called Inside My Love on the Real Urban Radio Network. Robert Bramlett, the MD from last night. Yeah. Come on now. Thank you, Tony and Rainy. Tim Bolo, are you still there? Are you still there, Tim Bolo? Come on, y'all. D Smooth is at work listening to the show. D Smooth, did you put up when your show is, man? So I can tell the people.
Hey, what's up? This is Shanice, and you're listening to Rory Darvell on the Attention to Detail Old School Radio Show.
Robin Bramlett, my musical director from last night's Cherish the Love Cool in the Game tribute concert with the foundation doing the OJs last night. That was her offering of the classic Inside My Love by the late great Minnie Riperton, her on bass. Latrice Lawrence has checked in. Tyrone! Now, is this Tyrone Dubois? Ladies and gentlemen, especially to the ladies, the smooth voice that you heard introduce us last night. This young man is the voice of Radio 1, TV 1's Unsung, that show that you listen to, that you watch, and where they talk about the different artists from back in the day, and you hear that narration of the smooth voice. That was the young man that I was able to, honored to have him come down, and he blessed us with the voice, with his voice, and brought us on, man. So I want to introduce y'all to him. Many of you know him, some of you don't, but get to know him. A beautiful person, just a beautiful spirit, man, just a beautiful spirit. I'm gonna tell y'all a true story about this. I met him several years ago, and I heard him speaking somewhere, and I can't remember. I don't remember where we met. And I said, man, I like his voice. He has a good voice. He knows how to introduce, or he knows how to speak. And I mean, just the way he talks, his tone, you can tell he has that announcer kind of thing. So I was interested in hiring him. To do one of my shows. And, in this business, man, people say things, you can't trust what they say. It's just a game to a lot of people. And so I went up to him. I said, how much would you charge me? Which I'm not expecting anybody to do anything for free. But it was what threw me, and this is a shame, but this is the truth. I said, what would it take to get you to come to do my show? I didn't ask him how much it cost. I said, what would it take? Speaking of course, how much would it cost to get you to come and do what he did for me last night? This was years ago. He said, just invite me. What? Okay, to invite you. Okay, you're invited. How much? He said, just invite me. I said, but what would it take to get you to? He said, just invite me. Like, you just do it. And he said, that's what it takes. Just invite me. Then I had some other friends or whatever who also knew him as well. And I said, honestly, my attitude was, no, it's something coming up behind that. Okay, I'm gonna invite you. And then when you get there, maybe you're gonna try to charge me a bunch of money or something like that. This is how this business is. It's not a very trusting business. But someone else said the same situation, and he did the same thing. And he said, and he came and he did what he did. He didn't ask for any monetary money or anything. And then he said, a friend of mine, I can't remember who it was. It might have been Vicky, that he said, never turn down an opportunity to perform, especially when no one knows who you are. So if people invite you to come and sing or do what you do, go do that, because you're trying to establish yourself. But at that time, everything, hey, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. I invited him, and he came last night. And I want to say thank you, sir. I appreciate that. It was big to me. He tried to avoid the food, though. He tried. If you're still there, K. Michelle, he tried to avoid your food, girl. Because I said, you want some dinner, man? He was like, oh, no, I'm good. I'm good. It was a lot of people like that, though. It wasn't just Tyrone. There was a lot of people. Do you want to pre-order? No, but when they got there, then he was like, hey, Rory, can you just taste of that? Tyrone, you weren't the only one, brother. It was others that was there. It was, no, I'm good on the food. Till they got there. Then, so can you just buy it from her directly? Can you? Yeah, you can get it from her directly. They was trying, I don't know why y'all be trying to fight it. Let me give you this real quick. D Smooth, his show, the variety show. This brother's very dynamic, man. His commercials are off the chain. Just to advertise his show. I got to learn from it. So the variety show number 4 will premiere tomorrow on YouTube, 5 p.m. at D Smooth Show. So check him out at the D Smooth Show. D is spelled D-E, Smooth Show at 5 o'clock tomorrow on YouTube. That's what we do around. Support goes in a circle around this camp. Now, I got to ask a question to the people. And this came to me today. Some things I've been working on as far as the artists and everything. Niecy Knight is back. I'm glad she's back because I want to hear this question. I'm going to answer the people. To the people, would you guys pay right now if a show was put together? Think about it through this song that featured these artists doing their original material. Want some honest feedback? Would you pay $30 to see a collection of these artists doing their original material? And of course, Robin Bramlett is going to be the MD. Let me know. Darius Ship, she's a circle on Real Urban Radio Network. Take this song to think about it. And K. Michelle will be the cook.
I never knew the ocean could be so good. I float till I crash on and start. The storm never lasts a day. The thunder nothing in your brain. No matter the mood, I know. It's until I found you. I love you till I reach heaven's door. No, your anger don't last a day. You shout, but I hear you say, no matter you move, I know it's she is the sunshine, I am the rain. She is the joy, and I am the pain. She is a circle, love is the point.
Well, that's one.
Hi, this is recording artist and two-time Olympian Siobhan Nieto, and this is my new single called Through the Good and the Bad on the Real Urban Radio Network.
Can I tell y'all who that guy is singing that song? You know, I know you can see that his name is Darius Ship, and the song is called She Is a Circle. But can I tell you who that man is? My BFF, the lady that was standing by the speaker columns if you were at the show last night, and she's a regular supporter of this show, the one I tell you about the Michael Jackson, does the Michael Jackson International Contest. And she was standing up by the speakers yelling at my band throughout the night. Well, that young man is her son-in-law. Darius Ship is her son-in-law, and so he is married to her lovely daughter, Nika. And so that's who that is. But that's not why I played the song. I played the song because I like the song. I didn't play it because her family. I just wanted to say. I just want to put that out there. That's who that is. That's who that young man is. I got D Smooth coming up for y'all. D Smooth is coming up. He is on here with us. His show variety show number 4 is premiering tomorrow on YouTube at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at the D Smooth show. Just at D Smooth, D-E Smooth show. So y'all prepare to check that out tomorrow at 5 o'clock, his show. You're listening to me right now, watching me. Some of you are listening. If you want to send in a song to this show, by the way, if you know any artist that's going, like Tariq's going to be singing a song out of Florida. But if that's you and you want to send a song in to be considered to be played here on the Real Urban Radio Network and potentially the Attention to Detail R&B radio show, send your MP3 only, please, to casual3, spell out the 3, at gmail.com. That's casual3, spell out the 3, at gmail.com. We'll take a listen to it and determine whether we're going to play it or not. That's all you got to do. But send it in. And if you know anybody, you guys, that you think would be good for this show and has some good quality music that people will want to hear and purchase, by the way, go ahead and have them send their song in, their MP3 only, to casual3 at gmail.com. Spell out that 3. You're here with Attention to Detail R&B radio show. I asked a question. I only got one response. So that's going to be a very small audience. Because only one person said they would pay to see. So you got to put it out there. Listen, we got to keep it real. Just because I don't want to put in the work producing a show, and I got all these good artists, and they got this original material that y'all say y'all like, but y'all won't pay to see them. Somebody lying. I'm just saying, somebody lying. Somebody lying. Which kind of segues into something I want to talk about that happened to me when it pertained to this show. I'm sorry, not the radio show, but to the concert last night. I'm going to tell y'all what happened. I think it might be too long to tell y'all. Now I'm going to tell y'all after the next song. Matter of fact, yeah, I'm going to tell you after the next song. I'm going to wait till after. I'm going to hold that to the next song. Let's deal with this right here. So let me tell you what the plan is. Came to me today. And because I'm looking for things for these artists to expand. And at some point, this music got to go public, go live. And so I had this plan. And that's why I asked the question, who would pay? $30. I mean, the cost is still the same to put on the show. Band still got to be paid. To do a live show. Now, it doesn't mean they're going to be 100% original material. They're going to sprinkle in. We're going to sprinkle in some stuff you know. Well, yeah, we're going to sprinkle in some stuff you know. But it is about their original material. And it's going to be put together correctly so it sounds like the record. But it's going to be live because I got the band to do it. I have the band to do it and make it sound good. And so these artists can be at their best and it be live and filter right on in with the stuff that you're familiar with. It won't be a tribute show. At some point, we have to move past nice tribute shows are nice. But when you're an artist and you're an original artist, at some point, your music has to start to shine through. And since I'm willing to put my effort behind, and a little bit of money, my effort behind these artists, to get them out there because I believe in their material. I gotta believe it. If I believe in it here in the studio, I gotta believe in it out in the street. But also gotta believe that there's people that's gonna actually come out and pay to see to give it a shot and say, hey, listen, this person is gonna be this kind of show. So I'm not expecting no huge audience of folks, but I'm expecting enough. I don't know. I know where I could put it. Start it small and work it out and see what happens instead of build a buzz. Hell, wonder if the artists would be willing to do it, to take a chance on their music. Let's do it live. Let's do it live. What y'all think? Would y'all support these artists? The ones, especially ones that listening to this show, and you claim you like these songs, would you come out and support these artists doing their live material? Let's keep it real. On the Real Urban Radio Network. Jay Lamont, let's jam like this song. I'm Gonna Love You right now.
It's too shame. Jay Lamont coming at you in the class.
Huh? Would you pay to see Jay Lamont do this?
Every time I think of you, I'm so amazed for all the things that you have done for me. Yeah, I'm so glad that I found you for all my needs. Now let's make this moment we can truly see. I love you all through the night, and make everything alright. I'm gonna love you, girl. What I'm trying to have, all right. Someone like you always takes me high up to the sky. Now I'm laying here holding you, feeling so free. This special night is you and me. I'll love you all through the night. Everything alright. What you wanna do? I'll love you all through the night.
Let me know, girl. Me?
I'm gonna love you, girl.
Lay your head on my pillow, you in a dreamer's high. Elevated from middleman up into the sky. Mileage will be wrong. Vacation in island homes, queen it just like a spade, but slam it just like a game of bones. Love's a lethal weapon, and I'm aiming for your heart, body, mind, and soul, baby. Tell me what's the biggest part. Where should I start, girl? You're solid as a rock. Waterfall love, pray the current never stops. Cook good, eat good, curvy as can be. You my better half, baby. God cooked you up for me. Hey, too shady greatest, better yet the legendary, huh? Straight out the pavement, rose from the concrete, ma. Know you beautiful, think I see you beautiful. Yeah. Elevated mind nowadays, that's unusual. Hold me down through the worst, giving you the best. You an asset, baby. All love, nothing man, I told y'all was ready. It's Jay Lamont and Too Shame, baby.
Who's gonna love you, girl?
Me?
I'm gonna love you, girl. I'm gonna love you all through the night. And make everything alright.
Relation boots, shoebox.
Gonna love you all through the night.
3R8, baby.
Who's gonna love you, girl?
Me?
I'm gonna love you, girl.
That's it.
Who's gonna love you, girl? I'm gonna love you, girl.
We out.
Hi, I'm Tracy.
And I'm Sean.
And we are the Walkers. You listen to Rory Darvell's Attention to Detail Old School Radio Show on the Real Urban Radio Network.
Listen, that was Jammin' J. Lamont with I'm Gonna Love You. Could you hear it being played live by the band that was playing last night? If they make it sound like the record, hell, if they can make the OJs and Kool and the Gang sound like the OJs and Kool and the Gang, I think they can make Jammin' J. Lamont sound like Jammin' J. Lamont. Think they can make Latrice Lawrence sound like Latrice Lawrence, Carrie Taylor sound like Carrie Taylor, etc., etc., etc. Cardell Harrington sound like Cardell Harrington, etc., etc. Kedjo sound like Kedjo, Niecy Knight, etc., etc., etc. And I think we could have a jamming show. But it's going to take some work. That was Jammin' J. Lamont, I'm Gonna Love You, by the way, on the Real Urban Radio Network, attention to detail. But I think it's possible, and I think it be successful. I'm getting a lot of yeses from the people that's listening, that's checked in. But not artist. I think the artist could fill a place. Like, say, the stuffed potato in Anaheim. I mean, if your people support you, they wouldn't pay to see you. Do your original material. Let's find out where it lies at. Let's just put it out there. I, as the host of this show, I, as the one who played the material of these artists, I would pay to see y'all do your original stuff. Hell, I sit here and I play your goddamn music that I believe in. I'm not your family members. I'm not your relatives. And I would pay to see you do your thing. I would pay to see my friend. If I like my friend's material, I would pay the $30 to see them do their thing because I like their material, so I would pay. If I'm paying $300 to see some people that could care less, and I'm even in the building, or $400 and parking and all that kind of stuff for people that don't even care that I'm there or not, that don't know me, surely I would pay $30 to hear my friends sing their original material, sprinkling some old stuff, some new, some R&B up in there. I'm just saying, so artists, you couldn't get some of your friends to pay $30 to see you perform along with other artists of your caliber for $30. We got a problem, Houston, if we can't make that happen. So I'm going to discuss the details with some other people off air, but I just want to throw it out there right now to the people that's listening. Would you pay, especially those who claim they love the R&B and they want to hear, they're tired of hearing the old school, or they're trying to hear the mess out there, but they still love entertainment. They still want to be entertained. They older, but they're not dead. They want to be entertained. All I see is win. Then I get Tyrone Dubois with The Voice introducing them. Shucks, stuffed potato cooking for them. I mean, you gotta pay. I'm just saying. Just putting it out there, ladies and gentlemen. We're about to get out of here. I got 2 in a row for you. I'm gonna close it out with Mr. D Smooth, whose show debuts tomorrow night at 5 p.m. on YouTube at D Smooth, D-E Smooth. 5 p.m. I'm going to close it out with his show. Tuesday. That's a good time to go. Because Tuesday, you know what happens on Tuesday? Y'all know what happens on Tuesday? The Lakers and the Warriors. The Lakers and the Warriors on Tuesday. Round 2 of the NBA playoffs. Huh? There you go. Now, let me say this in closing about support. Ladies and gentlemen, we grown. I had a situation where I actually caught a couple people talking behind my back on a thread. I was inviting them to my show. And I guess they didn't realize, I'm going to make this shorter, this long story short. They didn't realize that I was on the thread. I sent them a flyer to the show. They didn't realize, I guess they didn't realize I was on the thread, that I'm the one who sent them the flyer to the show. I've been inviting them to my show for years. I went to school with these people. And we weren't close friends, nothing like that, but we just know each other, acquaintances. And they were talking back and forth, basically saying I was wasting my time. Why don't I just give it up in terms of inviting them to my show because they were never coming to my show. But they didn't know that I was on the thread. Hurt my feelings, it did. Because as artists, we're sensitive. But here's my thing. And I never let on to them feeling. One of them actually ended up coming to the show and loved it. But it was like they were laughing at me, saying, why don't he let it go? Give it up. And I was like, yeah, I'm going to let it go. I'm going to give it up. They didn't know it was even me that I was responding back to it because they didn't realize on the thread. Then they tried to clean it up. They tried to clean it up once they realized it was me. And, I never confronted. I just went on whatever, this, that, and the other. I'll never invite them to another one because now I know how you really feel. You don't want to support me. I'm saying this to say this to you guys. If you don't want to support us or anybody that's inviting you to a show, if you don't want to hurt their feelings, just say, hey, I'm not going to be able to make it. Don't string us along with, hey, check back with me, check back with me, check back with me. And at the end, you're not going to go. You never were going to go. And then laugh behind my back. Save us the time. I only want people to be at my shows that want to be at my shows. I can call a whole lot of folks, and I don't have to call you. It saves me some time. We're grown. If you don't want to support, no problem. Let us know by saying, hey, not interested when we come, or make the no quick. Hey, I'm not going to be able to make it. Cool, we're done. Won't say anything else to you until the next show. But don't string along. Don't do that. Don't waste our time. It's hard enough to get people to come to pay and see us. So don't do that. Anyway, got to say this real quick because I got to go. 2 in a row, JT and then D Smooth. God is the greatest. Ha! I'm out. Love y'all. See you Wednesday. I can't always get it in.
Yeah. Give you the world.
All the shopping sprees that I gave you, all the ways I tried to impress you, you don't even want it like that. You don't even care about that. I satisfy your needs. I shower you with everything. You don't even want it like that. You don't even care about that. Sacrifice all just for you. I'm grateful for the things that I do. You don't even want it like that. You don't even care about that. Not sure about what to do. All the ways I try to impress you. You don't even want it like that. You don't even care about that. To make you smile, I'll
Man, this train is crowded this morning, huh?
Yeah, sure is.
I'm D Smoothie. What's your name?
I did. I'm cold.
You know, Nicole, I see you on this train every day. On your way, doing your thing.
Oh, really?
From a distance.
So what is it that you do? These.
I'm an insurance agent over in the ocean, just off the body.
So you must be a good hand.
Oh, so you got jokes too, huh? So what do you do, Miss Nicole?
I'm the director of the Downtown Museum.
Oh, are you? I love the way you smile. Can I take you out tomorrow? Tomorrow's too soon.
How about Tuesday?
Try Tuesday at noon.
I'm off on Tuesday.
Tomorrow's too soon. I like that. Try Tuesday. How about that meet me and
No, you beat me at Wilshire, Vermont. I do.
what would you like to do, Nicole?
Well, I'm always into trying new things. Maybe skydiving.
No, you can count me out. How about we go to Hollywood, have lunch, and right out to Universal, and talk, get to know each other.
All right, why not, Mr. Insurance Man?
Well, you are a good head. Do you like to dance?
Oh, yeah, of course.
No. I mean, really dance, not the old 1-2.
Oh, honey, I can get down.
Okay, yeah. So check it out. What's your number?
Here, I'll put it in your phone.
Tomorrow's too soon. Try Tuesday at noon. Tomorrow's too soon. Try Tuesday at noon. Tuesday at noon. Tuesday at May I text you later on?
Please.
Number one question. Do you love God?
Of course, Steve.
That shows compatibility right there, girl. I can't wait to do it.
Me either.
Hey, here comes your stop.
Hey, y'all.
All right, Dave. I said it Tuesday.
Robin Bramlett's song will play
You
at
take
8 o'clock hour.
Director of
It's time to give the Real Urban Radio Network app.
All right,
Shot.
Mr. Insurance. Thank you.
Download live 365. Put Real Urban Radio Network in the app, in the search on your phone, and then check out Robin Bramlett again, Inside My Love, at the 8 o'clock hour. I'm posting it right now.
Tomorrow's too soon. Try Tuesday at noon. Tuesday at noon. I can't wait no more. Tomorrow's too soon. Try Tuesday at noon. Tomorrow's too soon. Try Tuesday at noon. Tuesday at noon.
Broadcasting live to the world
right, y'all.
at
I'm out. Thank y'all for checking in. See you on
www.realurbanradio.com.
Wednesday.
Your home for today's R&B and old school.